Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Melanie Chana and I make videos about stories in all different formats and what I love about those stories and what I learn. This video gonna be nice and short between just my life in general and the holidays. I haven't made a ton of videos lately, but those of you who follow me regularly probably know that I recently finished book 9 of The Wheel of Time, and now we're starting off the new year. And I just want to talk about a few of my goals. And like I'm sure many of you feel, I get this sense this time of year that I need to have goals clearly stated and set for the upcoming year. But I want to make sort of the point that we don't need that. That's not totally necessary. And so last year I did a video talking about my not goals of 2022. So this year I think I'm going to call them my soft goals of 2023. Because I think setting goals is an important thing to do to motivate you, to push you forward, and to achieve goals. But I also know, as a person with a less than typical thought process and learning process and life process, that can be really tricky. So I like soft goals for similar reasons that I like soft magic systems. You think of a hard magic system, the rules are clear, the cans and can'ts, the cost of all the magical rules is pretty direct. Soft magic is more about the vibes, I would say, partly, more about the feeling that it adds, the environment, and it's not as clear what everything can do and can be. And that's kind of how I feel about my future right now. So these soft goals for me are very much about the vibe, I guess, the image I have for myself in the future and who I want to be and where I want to be headed toward. I'd say this year is probably going to be one about momentum, about pushing myself forward, about achieving something new, and more about progress than it is so much about reaching an actual end goal. And not to say that I don't have goals, but I think my goals are going to be centered around who I want to be, the type of person I want to be. And that starts with a few things that I've just been kind of thinking about that I'm just going to talk about randomly. I want to be brave. I want to try new things and be more comfortable reaching out to people and be more sociable that way. I want to, in addition to bravery, do things that kind of scare me because they're good for me, in spite of the fact that they scare me. I want to be consistent. I think what consistency might look like for me is it doesn't so much matter what goal I reach in the gym or how many words I write. It just matters that I address that part of my life regularly on a weekly basis, multiple times a week. And that way, there will always have been progress made. Because I think it's important to note that no matter what we do, people are not failures. It takes a lot, I think, to be a failure. And I think it takes being kind of a bad person. And I think the majority of people are good people. And I don't think that we should measure ourselves at the end of the year by how good we've been at our goals and how much we've gotten done. Because life is so much about moments. And I think that's another soft goal about myself and who I want to be. I want to be a very present person. I want to live in the moment and appreciate all the little experiences I can have so they don't just pass me by. Because a goal I can hang up on my wall is not as precious to me as like a memory. And sort of ironically, in setting goals, and my goal being that I want to live in the moment, I'm not going to be thinking about the future all the time because I don't want to stress about that. I want to enjoy the now and what I have set up for me. That being said, I do have some specific goals. Some are achievable, some I'm hoping to see where that momentum takes me. For example, achievable goal for me this year is to finish The Wheel of Time. I think unless my life becomes way too crazy, I'm always going to be reading. And I want to finish the last few books. I have, 5 left? And I'll probably read the prequel as well, so let's say 6. and I'm really looking forward to it. I'm very excited for that part of my goal. I'm also kind of sad. I don't really want to finish it, but there's so much more that's going to happen. I have been loving the Wheel of Time, and I'm really excited to keep going with it. A goal that might be a little much, but I think in setting this goal or hoping for it, sort of dreaming about it, I can have the momentum that I will have made more progress than if I had set a smaller goal, if that makes sense. So I'm going to be a little unrealistic with this goal in that I want to finish book 2 of the trilogy I'm writing, and I want to completely outline and plan book 3. That's a lot of work for me in this next year, I think, especially where I'm also interested in doing short stories and poems, submitting some of those, because I think that's good practice for writing and putting yourself out there. It's part of being brave, which I want to do. And in that process, I'm going to try to learn and understand how to acquire beta readers and how to work with them. I'm actually not too nervous about working with them. I just don't really know how to get there. So I'm going to work on that, going to look into resources, all while finishing a whole book and starting the process for the third so that the structure can flow nicely from books 1 through 3. Yeah. Goals not related to stories necessarily. I mean, with YouTube, I want to be more consistent. Consistency. Weekly would be nice. If not, a week and a half between videos is doable for me. In the next few months, I want to get into a groove where I have a schedule set up so you guys know when I'm going to post and can expect that. I think that would be really good for me. And like it would feel good to have that consistency. I have a Goodreads goal of reading 35 books this year. I read 30 last year, almost 30. I read 29, and then I finished a book like really soon after the year ended. But it might seem like not a lot for being a sort of book-focused channel, but I don't consider myself a booktuber. And it's not so much about how many books I read, it's just I talk about so many things. And I have a lot of projects and hobbies and interests. I'm very interested. And so I'm trying not to limit myself to just reading, because I also really enjoy playing the mandolin. I want to improve there. Don't really know what goal would be there for that, but I think consistency is another thing with that. And playing the mandolin because it feels good and because it makes me happy, I'm always going to get a little bit better if I play a scale every few days. And I'm not really worried about where it takes me. I just want to learn some good music and have fun. But I'm pretty sure, especially where I only have so many Wheel of Time books to read this year, I can get 35 books out. And I'm going to try to read more before bed so that I sleep better at night and sleep earlier. As far as just dreams and wishes and whatnot, I'm determined to travel. I'm not super specific where, mostly that I want to visit friends and that I want to go with my sister somewhere fun. I think we want to visit the Redwoods if we can, which would be beautiful. I don't know if I'll do it this year, but I would love to cosplay as Moraine. I think that'd be sick. And I'm really pushing right now to further my education, or I guess return to it. I left behind a college mid-degree, and I'm just kind of determined to go back and get a degree for certain job opportunities I'm interested in that would require at least a bachelor's, and that's all I really want, if anything. But that's not a huge necessity for me, and I'm looking forward to, I guess, wherever that takes me. If this channel continues to pick up, if my writing does, whatever, then I'm not super stressed about my education, because there's a lot of avenues one can go down to find stability and success, and we'll see what I end up deciding to do. Basically the goal of this video is to let you guys know it's okay if you don't have a big future planned. I think it's important that we enjoy life. That's what my sweatshirt says. In pursuing moments, we can actually achieve a lot, I think. So yeah, I just want y'all to know that I think you're all great. And that whatever this year turns out to be for you, if you make it to the other end of the year, success, I think. So let's just try to be good people to each other and to ourselves and grow in little ways, find small successes. Those lead to big ones. I'm not a professional when it comes to setting goals and achieving goals, but I don't know. It's just human experience, and we can figure it out as we go. But yeah, I'm still excited for so many things. I have a lot of fun plans, but I'm also just very unsure right now. So hopefully the stories I read along the way can at least comfort me, and you too. And I'm excited to talk to you guys more about those stories. And I'd love to hear maybe some of your guys' goals and plans and things you're looking forward to. Even if it's just dreams you don't know will happen, I'd love to hear about them down in the comments. And please be on the lookout for more videos, because like I said, consistency is my goal. And I should see you guys in the future with another video. So please, yeah, stick around and enjoy. Thank you guys so much for watching so far. I've especially loved making Wheel of Time videos, so that's not going to stop anytime soon. And yeah, I'm signing off. Have a beautiful rest of your day, night, whatever it is. And I look forward to seeing you guys in 2024 after we've done whatever we've done to get through this year. You are all amazing, and I hope you have a wonderful day. And I'll see y'all later with another video. Bye.